Hi everyone, I'm Dismas the Pilgrim. Welcome to Puzzle Pilgrim episode 4. Today we're going to be solving some puzzles from the New York Times, namely all three difficulties of Pips, and we'll also be taking an attempt at the Wordle. We'll also be doing a couple of puzzles from Netflix's Puzzled to Dumb series, the Starstruck, both difficulties, and we're going to take a bash at all three Sudokus that they have as well. Hi there. And at the end, we'll see how we're going and maybe solve some chess puzzles after that as well. So, I think today we're going to start with the Starstruck on Netflix. These puzzles are all available for free. The only one that you need a login for is potentially the chess ones. But yeah, so the basic rules of Starstruck are you need to put a single star in each row, column, and colored region. Stars also cannot be touching. So let's take a stab at it. Okay, so we've got no gimmies straight away, but with these here, you take out the rest of the row. And these, because they're touching, stay here. That's given us the yellow, which gives the red. Knocks that one out because this is a row. Let's give us this one. It's this one. This one. This one. Okay, that was a very easy one. I don't track the wins on the easy Starstruck. Oh, hi there. Good to see you back. Yeah, I'm not tracking the easy wins on Starstruck. They're always a warm up. But we are going to move on to the hard and see whether or not I can get the win on this one. I did struggle with it yesterday. So we'll see how this one goes. Four-wheel drive. See why it's called that. Oh, that's clever. It's 4 in rotations. I like that. Okay, so I've got no quick gimmies, but this shape here eliminates from here because no matter which one it's in, it can't be there. So far, that's the only thing I'm seeing. Let's get my drawing tool ready. What happens if I draw this line here? I'm going to be looking at the top bit here. So I need to have 5 in this section. Ah, Duck Wizard, good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat for the first time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so I did on this one, right? Oh, nice. What sort of work? So with those 5 shapes having to take up the stars in those 5 rows, it eliminates these ones, which is useful. Let's clear it and see if it's helped us with anything else. Okay, that elimination didn't help us directly, but again, like using columns this time. Ah, yeah, I've been there many a time. At one point, I worked doing just data entry, copy and paste from Google into a spreadsheet. And that was my working day, all day. Okay, so from there, that's given us another L shape here, which eliminates from there. Oh, that one's annoying. Hmm. Just trying to see if there's any more shapes I can line up like that. Two, three, four, five. Get three colours fully contained in these rows, but having the fifth go over doesn't help. I got one elimination there from this shape because no matter oh no, because it could be in the rest, so that doesn't work. I get stumped by another one. Like I really struggled with it yesterday for all those that were here, but like the first couple I did on stream, I did fine with, but the last couple of days they've been. Oh, okay. So I think I have spotted some. Ah, no, because of that box there. Never mind. Oh, gotta be something that I'm missing. Okay, so I think I can see something here. So in this top two rows, the star would have to be contained by these two colors, which means it can't be there, 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 or there. Yes. This shape, I've already got the eliminations from it saying that this shape is not useful. Right, does that give me anything else? Yes, it does. So, and then in these two rows, we get the stars having to be in these two regions. Can't be there. Which gives us this there. Okay. Feels like we're starting to get somewhere with this. Clear it. Have another look. That is not helpful. Okay. Another row by row. Oh, should have spotted that. It's the only one in the row, and that gives us brown, which takes away the shape that I'd spotted here. So, oh, welcome back. Okay, so this green ticks up there, and then because the orange has to be there, it ticks up that. Um, hmm. I thought I was going to make a little more headway there. Seems to have fold again already. Oh, the shape takes away from there. Ah, okay. So, thing that's come up at some point without me noticing is in these two columns, it'll have to be in the yellow and the blue, which means it can't be in the orange. And then in this orange, clears out them. We'll left that in the blue, so it can't be there. Okay, what else does that give us? So the reds have to be there, there, or there. Oh, okay, so if the star was here, that would be lined out. If it was here, it'd still be lined out. And if it was here, it'd also be lined out. So we know it's not there at all, which gives us this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And that actually solves the red. Okay, that was a good one. I stalled a couple of times on it, but we got there in the end. I think it was a little easier than yesterday's. I quite liked that one. So yeah, now we'll move on to the Sudoku. Thank you. Forgot to mark up the Starstruck. We'll move over to this. So through the Sudokus, rules Sudoku are you need to fit the numbers 1 through 9 once only per row, per column, and per box. I try not to use any notes on the easy, with it being like the warm up. But we'll see how things go. Because so far, the scattered numbers are not actually lending themselves to solving much, which is a little annoying. I'm not liking this one for the easy. Maybe it's just going to be a very slow burn solve, and it'll all just gradually click into place. I hope so. I don't like it when the easy makes me use notepaper. Okay, so we've got a few starting to fall into place now. That's good. I was a touch worried there. Hi there. Right, thanks for joining. You're watching me have a little more trouble than I'd hoped for on the Sudoku from Netflix on the easy difficulty. Some of it is my own fault for imposing no notepaper rule on the easies, but I only have myself to blame. Okay, let's try it a different way. So one, either of them, 2, 3, 4, 5, still in either, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3. Oh, fantastic! Like, uh, are you someone I know that I've posted all of the stuff to, or have you found it through like Twitch pushing it? Because I have no idea how I'm coming up in algorithms. No, I'm gonna have to resort to marking stuff now. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fantastic! Yeah, I am very new to. I say I'm new to Twitch. A good few years ago, me and a couple of mates tried to do a D&D stream, and that kind of fizzled thanks to the biggest bad guy in all of D&D, scheduling. And then, like, less than a week ago, this is episode 4, I started to stream a selection of daily puzzles. So yeah, I'm glad you found it. So yeah, right now I'm having to use the notes, even though I didn't want to on the easy, but it's just nothing obvious that's jumping out to me. That's fine. Like I don't have specific commands set up. That's a thing that I need to look into. I only found out that that was a thing like in the last day or so. So they will be getting set up soon. Like I said, I am very new to Twitch. Like, although I was very briefly involved in a game stream, that was I turn up, I roll some dice, and say what I want to attack, and that was the extent of it. This is the first time I've had to actually run one. Yeah, like the. So yeah, this puzzle is not solving down comfortably. Thanks, son. Yeah, it's not that I'm struggling with this one. It's just that things aren't being obvious, right? Okay, so that makes that the 1. Eliminates that from being a 1. That makes that the 5. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a bit of gas here now. We had a little bit of gas there. That was quite nice. Yeah, things started to solve down quite nicely there. Okay, so this 3-8 pair eliminates the 8 from here, making it 6. Like this 6 makes one of these to a 6, and combined with that one and that one, like here, which solves that 6. That's all I can do for the 6s at the moment. Let's see if those help eliminate anything else. Not seeing anything obvious straight off the bat, but so that gives us these. This 8, this 8, this 8. That looks down here. Both of them look up and use this one to solve that 8. We can solve this row here. No worries. I don't know why you also use the alert command. You're the one that's got to help me set up alert command. Let's see. yeah, we can solve the rest of this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 9. What was that 2? Yes. Okay. Like this should all start solving down quite nicely now. We've got the majority of it filled out, so at this point it's just process of elimination and get the last of the boxes filled. It's 2. That cuts these off, making that the 2. The 2s are going to have to solve down a little later. 6. Still open. Okay. Right, that gives 7. Which gives that 7. That one. That's the 7 solved. 8's already gone. 9 goes there. And here. The 9's done. And this one. That 2. That 2. That's a 1. 6. That's a 6. That's a 1. And final one there. Okay. There's the easy. Done. Excuse me. Oh, that's a cool little set of emotes. So, like the easy went a little smoother than usual. Usually I get heavily distracted by whatever's going on in chat. It's been like the very first one. I think I took like best part of 20 minutes just because I was getting distracted and having conversations with people in the chat. It was a very active chat that day. But yeah, we'll go on to the medium. And oh no, as in like I was having conversation. I was actively talking, and like bouncing off of the stuff that was being said. I'm not doing this to get good times. I'm not like looking for high scores and things like that. I enjoy solving puzzles. I'm not necessarily brilliant at them. I understand the basic logics, but at the end of the day, you guys are here to have fun. And what's the point in me ignoring you all and just solving them and ignoring the chat? You guys are here supporting me with the views, so the least I can do is talk when you guys talk to me. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight in with scratch paper on well, on the medium. If the easy needed it, then I'm definitely gonna need it on the medium. I wonder if we're gonna get a nice little triple in here. Oh, that copy. So maybe not. Try and finish this box before I move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Okay, that is just a 9. Fantastic. Got anything to narrow the 9s down here, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a free-for-all in there. 2s are pretty open in this bottom box. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, okay. It's a very open puzzle. Okay, so if the ones have to be in these top rows here, that means they have to be there. What else was I doing? Thanks. Yeah, fairly relaxed. Like in general, like it takes quite a bit to phase me. But you know, I'm also at the age where I'm just too old and tired to be bothered by much anymore. Okay, so those have to be fives, which means the fives have to go there, which means fives have to go there, and they have to be in these two as well. The five have to be there. I was still in this box. Six, sevens have to go here. Already got the eight and nine. Okay. Have a look at this top left, top right box. Going through all of the basic notes of where they could be. Fortunately, it's a very open puzzle. Six, seven, goes in so many. Eight. Yeah, the eights also end up in a lot. And the nines, not as bad. Oh, I don't like how crowded this scratch paper is getting. But I am also not having anything obvious pop out to me. So that's fives, six. No, how are you still awake? Like, thanks for making it, but how much longer do you need to stay awake for now to like fix your sleep pattern? Okay, so yeah, we did get a seven or two out of that. That was quite good. Eight, nine. I've been there. Okay, so after this one, that does actually give us this three. Quite useful. Okay, this has also given us a 5-6 pair, which means the six can't go there and there. That's helpful. Uh, five has to go here. Okay. Feels like we're making some progress now. It did. I think it's going to stall again now. Okay, so let's have a pop at this. This one maybe. Gonna regret it, I feel. Okay, so I've got the ones, I've got the twos. Yeah, the threes can go in any of that bit. Four, five, six. We've not got much to help us eliminate the sixes. Okay, so do the opposite of what you did first thing this morning. Instead of a refreshing meal, get something stodgy to slow you down. So that's all the notes for this one. So have a look at the bottom left now. Oh no, the two can go in all of the. I'm missing something. don't like that. I actually like cheese might. Okay, so 4 can go in. One's at the bottom. 5 is there. 6. I was so hoping to have a little 2-4 pair then. 7, 8. Yeah, I've already got the 8s in. Well, yeah. Okay, that didn't work out as clean as I'd have liked. Thought I was going to have something clean up there. Ooh, that does sound tasty. Okay, so I've got the ones. I've sold any 2s that'll help for this. Okay, right. Actually, because that has to be a 1-3 pair, that leaves that as the 2, which does give us a 4-6 pair there, which means I can eliminate the 4-6 in the other boxes in here. 1, 2, 3. So that can't be a 4. Hi there, thanks for joining. 5, 6 has to be there. 7, 8, 9. So that will have to be the 9 because it's 4-6 pair. We need 8, 9 still, and the 8's already in this box, so 9 has to go there. That was a little helpful because that's given us the 8. She's been very good at promoting me with all of her friends, like servers and stuff, to try and get me some like early viewers. Very lucky. Okay, so if the 4s are just there, that means I need to eliminate the 4s from these notes here. It's much appreciated. Okay, so the 4 next to that one in here, the 4s have to go there. 5, 6 has to be that one. How do you think I feel? I've got to live with it. Okay, so that solves down that 4. Nine, the 2, and the 8. Does that help with anything else? Yeah, that's given us that 5, 6, 6. That 5. Okay, some things are starting to look a little better. Okay. Well, yeah, let's go through this box here. 2. Nothing helping, but that's meant to be 3. 4, 5, 6. Okay, that just is a 6, which gives us that 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means that has to be the 8. Okay. What else have we got? Because that feels like I've done all the notes in order. Okay, so there's 7 and spotted that we'd solved down. Okay, so I think at this point everything is just going to solve down as I work through the eliminations now. As long as it's tasty, like that's all that matters, right? Yeah, no, after we spotted some patterns, it does look like everything is just starting to solve down quite comfortably now. Okay, it'd help if I hit the right keys, but yeah. So there is the. Oh no, that's really appreciated. Thank you very much. So yeah, there's the medium completed. That wasn't too bad actually. All right, I'm gonna have a whack at the hard. Um, Right, so as you can see from my stats, with this being episode 4, there has been one time where I just didn't attempt it. There has been one loss and one win. So we'll see how well it goes today. And one of the next puzzles up is going to be the New York Times Wordle. So if people have any thoughts on what the starting word should be for it, have a think and let me know by the time we get there. The other day, someone suggested pious as a starting word for Wordle. Yeah, that number has crept up a lot quicker than I expected. Like your the support you guys have shown for this channel has been great. Thank you very much. Like I mostly started this as I enjoy solving puzzles. I was gonna be doing it anyway. Why not jump online whilst I'm doing it? Okay, so this 5 that I spotted is a stretch to show you without notepaper. So these 5s eliminate and have to go here. These 5s have to go there and there. And then again, it would really help if I pressed the right button. There we go. And thanks to that, it actually gives us that 5 there because they eliminate across like that. It's that one. Escape Academy. I probably won't do it today, but I will look into it. Thanks very much. But yeah, I'll have a look into Escape Academy because it involved me setting up new filters and stuff like that. So it's definitely something I will look into. I'm open to like suggestions for other games. Like the other day, Slyro suggested another um, Netflix puzzle that I ended up doing. Um, but being the Chaos Gremlin that he is, I'm going to have to be very careful about taking suggestions from him, especially blind. Let's see. Oh, really appreciated. Thank you. There isn't a lurk command yet. I haven't sorted out any commands. Like I am still very fresh to doing this sort of thing. Set 9 does solve. That's quite handy. Doesn't give us much else though. So even though we only got a handful of numbers in, sometimes on the hard, that's all you need really to like get going. Yeah, it's sounding like I'm going to need to. I wasn't expecting to get people like actively starting to come and chat this quickly for it to be so important that I got done. Thanks for proving me wrong, everyone. I don't like the most experience I have using Twitch is the last couple of days sitting down and filming it. Like this is all very new ground to me, even though it's a platform that has been around for a good few years now. Okay, so 4 has to give. Did I delete one of my legs? Yes, I did. Yeah, no, like I said, I couldn't be happier with the amount of support that I've had. Like, like I said, this is stream number 4. Um, Twitch seems to think it's stream like 9, but that's because I had some connection issues where streams cut off midway through and then rejoined immediately. That's messed with the Twitch episode count a little. Um, but yeah, this is episode 4, and like that's certainly one way to have a stream. Oh, okay, so oh no, I missed that. That's yeah, unfortunate. Thought that was gonna missaw that and thought that was just already filled. Let's see if we can do anything else with this middle box. If we're lucky, we might be able to line up some pairs. And I can already see that I can't. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already got the 5s, 6. Yeah, I'm not going to get nice pairs here, am I? No, because I don't have anything to work 7s. So that it does mean that once something is placed, that one's going to solve down quite quickly, I think. But just the middle box, I mean, there. So let's have another look at this top right corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already put the 5s in. 6 is in the available corners. Yeah, I haven't had a proper play with my um, like auto mod settings. So I did allow the message. Don't worry, Slyra. I just won't always notice it straight away to click allow because I am here solving puzzles. Nothing's good there. Okay, this one doesn't look too bad. It immediately starts to look worse the moment I say that because then that happens. 9. Oh, yeah, 9 just fills the whole thing up. You got a timeout from that. That's that's nuts. Hmm. I'm fully expecting that I'm going to hit a certain point with this puzzle and then just have to stare at it. Hopefully not in complete silence for a minute. It's all stars. Um, they called Bruce Wayne a bimbo. That's it. That's what they got timed out for a stream on a stream for. Like, I'll say it. I think I've actively sworn on these streams. I don't mind saying bimbo. Um, so close to having the pair there. Did I skip over to nine straight away? Yeah, and skip the sevens. It looks like. Let's just have a look over that again, just to make sure I've got all of them done. Okay, there's fives in there, and there shouldn't be. Six, seven. Seven should be there. I'm okay with that. Again, I'm okay with that. Six. Okay, so there are no sixes in here. Why are there no sixes in here? It should be there, there, there. And nine. Okay, so that box ended up even more crowded because I actually stopped and did it right. Um, this is just going to be a very. This is going to be a game with a lot of crowded notes. Yeah. But it's still the right way for me to play it because otherwise I will not see anything happen. Hey, that's gonna be in all of them. Fantastic. Thinking about to have the same thing with the sevens. Yeah. Oof. And the eights from the looks of it. Yeah. And the nines are in most. Like that's okay. Wait, the nines are not as bad. I can take them out of there. Still very crowded. Oh, 769, 769, 769. Feels like it could be a triple. But then the extra nines here. No, it's not. Okay, so this is Netflix to Dumb Puzzled. It's on Netflix. You have to access it through the browser. Um, so none of the app versions that I'm aware of allow you to access the To Dumb Puzzled. But Netflix hosts them entirely for free. You don't even need a login. Once I finish this one, I'll show you. Yeah, a few. As soon as I finish the Sudoku, I will like show you the main screen of what like the puzzle selections look like. But this is the probably the last of the Netflix puzzles that I'll be doing today. I only found out through watching someone else who solves puzzles online that Netflix have them. Like I only found out the other week. So you did actually. I think you missed the first puzzle that I did, which is actually my favorite one out of the Netflix selection. It's called Starstruck, which shares a little DNA with Sudoku because of unique placements. No worries. Thanks for stopping by. Uh, 4, 5, five's already there. 6. Oof. This is a very note-heavy puzzle, this one. That helps narrow down 7s here. Not by much, but something. And then 8s can go in any of it. Wow, that's not nice. I don't like that. And I've already done the 9s. Well, at least it's not getting more crowded. Like this is already off to a really bad start. It looks like I haven't even done all of that box up at the top. 1, 2. Yeah, no, I just did not finish doing the notes in this box. And why am I putting 6s in? It's meant to be 3. Help if I knew what button I was pressing. 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 8s and 9s are already in. Okay, that's not too crowded. We don't have any pairs that I can see to mark things down quickly. To the one that I was trying to do. Yeah, 3 is in. Anything? 4's no. 4 is in. All of them. 5, 6's already done. 7's already done. And 8 is in all of them. Aye. This is, it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's definitely earning the hard status there. Oof. Okay. What? Yeah, that's why I'm concentrating on doing like the note paper bit first. Because otherwise I'll get lost in the, oh, I know that this should have been like across this row or across this column. Like, I'll start making those assumptions and then forget. Okay, so some of it. Okay, so we've got, I managed to get 5 there. That's helpful. I'm not sure how I managed it. Okay, so that's 7-6 pair, which means that has to be the 8. Is that giving us anything else interesting? No. Okay, but still, that's progress. So 1, 2. Oh, that actually gives us this 2. Right, so the 3's still just there. 4's, 5, 6. Right, so I was about to go on the long journey putting 7's only in this section because the 7's have to be there, which also removes the 7 from there. 8 has to go in here. Again, I was hoping for a nice neat pair in here. Something there that shouldn't be, right? 4 should not be there. Or there. Okay, last box to put the notes in is down here. 1, 2, then we've got 3. Okay. Oh, need to remember that. 4, 5, 6. Go there. 7. Yeah, there's nothing useful. The 7s. Wait, or is there? No. 7. Thought I'd spotted something interesting. Turns out I haven't. Right, so the 8s have to go. Oh, can go everywhere, I should say. Okay. Right, so that looks like we've put all the notes in. And this is an incredibly crowded puzzle. No worries. Okay. It's going to be like a jump of logic here that I'm missing. So I'm just going to cycle through the numbers, see what leaps out to me before I start working on rows and columns. Okay, so these 2 6s eliminate that one. Doesn't do much, but take whatever small victories we can. Not a lot happening with these 7s for me to eliminate anything. 8, I think, is a very similar story. Yep. 9. Okay. Alright, so now let's start working up and down rows and columns. So this is the most complete one we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 7. 8. So we got 9. Oh, I think this is a hidden 1-2 pair along the row. Yeah, so along this row, 1-2 can only appear in these boxes, which means we can eliminate the other things that appear in them. Yeah. Okay. Like those are the sorts of things that I'm trying to look out for. So 3 and 9, quite boxes there. It only appears at 7. Not getting a nice little pair out of that. Oh, across the top though, it does look like we have a hidden 5-6 pair. Yeah, so I can remove the 7 and the 7, 8, 9 from that. Okay. So it looks like maybe I am finding the odd thing. Okay, so is that giving us anything within their boxes? So, 1, 2, 3, 6. Ooh. Right, thanks for eliminating the 7 there. 7 has to be here, which means it can't be there. Which means it actually ends up having to be in this one, because it's the only one left. Okay. It's just me wanting that to be an 8-9 pair rather than it actually being one. Okay. So it's starting to feel a bit more manageable now that I am finding the odd, like the odd little pair. Okay, what else? Where else? No, like so far it's just something that looks like it'd be good if it was a pair, which is not good puzzle solving, unfortunately. 7 6, 7 9. No, I've done anything more for this. Okay, so yeah, like there is a 9 that has been solved without me realizing. So that should be the 9, which gives it. Okay, maybe things are gonna slow down a little there now. Okay, yeah. Ooh, are we cooking with gas now, or am I getting excited over that? Okay, so because this one has to be the 9, that has to be the 4. Yeah, little progress, but it was seeing the end far too early there. That is our 4. Okay, okay. That's a 1-3 pair, so that has to be the 2. Gives us that 1, which gives that 3, and that 1. That 1, that 2. So maybe. Well, it looks like things are eliminating down. Okay, so there's a 7, 8 pair here, so that means these 7, 8s don't work. That 3 there, which gives us that 2, which solves all of the 2s. think this one's actually coming along now. Okay, so these threes actually solve. Well, it doesn't solve that. It removes the possibility of that three. That's the yeah. Okay, there's the one solved. I've already solved the fours, so 6. Let's have a look. See if any of them. Yep, 6. 6, 6, and 6. 7, 8, 9, 7, 3, 9. Yeah, it's looking like once I'd found a couple of the pairs, that's all I needed. And after that, because I'd managed to do like good notation, everything is just solving into place now. And then where's 8? And then last one is this 9. Okay, about half hour. It's not too bad. Okay. Right, so I did say I was gonna show you what some of the puzzles are. I don't know if I'm gonna go in and solve any of these ones today. Yeah, no, that was a difficult one. I'm glad I got it done. So yeah, I'll at least show you what some of the. Thank you, thank you. So this one is what if someone had already played Scrabble and then just took some of the sections off and used them as jigsaw pieces. So you've got to reconnect the words. There is a jigsaw. I don't know what crossover is. Oh, it's a word building game where you've got to swap things like that, but some of the letters are emojis instead. Um, what else is there? Yeah, this is a word search that is also a maze builder, or you've got to build your way out of a maze, I should say. Shapes, you literally just like the little GIF at the top there. You just place shapes to make the picture. I don't know what key smash is. I've not had a look at this one. Oh, you just add the vowels to stuff. Yeah, like some of these puzzles are a little interesting. Like the Bonza Slyro made me solve one of them the other day. Like we've got the time, I think. So if you guys do want me to solve one of these, like put your vote in very quickly before I move on to a different like a different provider, because we were going to be moving on to New York Times soon. So if you guys do want me to solve one more of the puzzled dailies, let me know. I appreciate the votes for yes, but you'll have to type a word because I don't know which one you want me to solve, and you guys are here to like be entertained by watching me do a thing. So I'll let you guys choose which one. The crossword one. Um, oh, the word search one with the path. So I have attempted this one once before. Not on a stream, but I have given it a go. I think I've attempted all of them once, just to try them out. This one, cool. Yeah, we'll do this as a guest puzzle today. Yeah, so across or down. So it's left to right and top to bottom for finding words. Like emojis are you can be used in place of full words to like have a run on. So like the example there is like hot and then a chocolate bar to make hot chocolate. Um, and there can be decoy words that yes, there are words in there that are a thing, but they are not necessarily on with the theme of this particular puzzle. Um, so we'll give it a go. So furniture. So the first thing you can see there is couch. You've got chair. Night. So we've got nightstand. What's the other emoji? We've got man. Okay, so there's a decoy word here, mansion, because like it's a word, but it's not on with the theme of furniture. So like okay, so that's given us the hint that this S is in the puzzle, and that's given us dresser. Condo is also a fake one, which gives us cabinet, uh, shelf, oh, bed. There we go, and that gives us a path out. So yeah, it's a nice little word search puzzle, that one. Didn't take long. Just to annoy the Chaos Goblin while he's not here, we will do the Bonzer as well, because that's a fairly quick one. So see what I mean about it being a broken up Scrabble board. I've now got to try and... okay, so I think I've already got the big word. Mr. I don't like doing this has already... So you get one big word across and then a few off it. Yeah, it's not a bad one. It's just like I prefer like numbers and straight logic than having to remember that words exist. Okay. So I got the big word. And now I've got to think of more things on the theme that will work. So I don't know how it's going to fit into the rest of the puzzle, but looking for SY there. Is there even a Y in the puzzle? No, but there is fantasize. Okay. Dream. Okay. Um, okay, so that's picture. Hmm. Now I've got to figure out how the rest of it slots together. So I've got this little hide at the end. Oh, is that ideate? That's oh wow, that's okay. I was wondering if I'd get away with like once, as in once upon a time. That would have been quite nice. So I've got the big words, and now I've just got to try and figure out how these last four pieces slot together. But ideate, that was a hell of a. Okay, so I reckon something's gonna fit in. Obviously, not like that, but it's gonna have to be vertical, I think. Uh, yeah, I know, right? Like, I have some words. I've just got to try and get one or two more by slotting all this together. Like, so, get my pen out again. I know that that's a word. That's a word. That's the full word. That's the full word. That's the full word. I've just got to figure out what to do with this, and this to like finish off the puzzle, which means it's probably going to be vertical. That's the most I can get out of it. If it's vertical, that means this can't go down here because it just won't fit. Um, no worries. Like I'm in the middle of a guest puzzle at the moment, anyway. Before I move on to the stuff by the New York Times. Thanks for making it. You've only missed Starstruck and the Sudoku. Um, like this is a guest puzzle suggested by um, Tabula Mail. I'm sorry if I butchered your handle. Um, this is called Bonza. I basically have to try and figure out. No worries. Um, like the fact that you joined the call is like very well. Thank you. Yeah, I am very much struggling with this one. I have to finish piecing together the Scrabble board essentially, and I am struggling to figure out what the vertical connections are going to be. Um, okay. Yeah, 8 p.m. Like if you're only an hour or so ahead, like that's not too bad. um, vision, picture, dream, fantasize, ideate. Right, there's got to be another word like for imagination. Have I missed a piece? Because that feels like it should have believe. Wait, no, I've got it. It's conceive, which still is a bit weird. Okay. So yeah, I finally got there with the guest puzzle. So yeah, fantasize was the star word of the day. Yeah, all these puzzles are free on Netflix. You don't need like you don't need to like pay for an account or have any sort of login. You can just go to the website and play. Okay, so from here I am going to move on to the Wordle on New York Times. Okay, so did anyone have a think on what I should start the Wordle with? Because I did put the option out there for people to have a little suggestion for me for the starting word. Good a suggestion as any. Okay, that eliminates you. Right, the B being eliminated isn't as useful as if it was in. I feel having the E not at the end. That's certainly a thing. Okay, no T and no A. Um, let's see. So I feel like it might be something like this. Or maybe no, can't have the L. Holds doesn't work without an L. No, it can't be that because the T is already gone. Um, how about fresh? Okay. That's interesting. It can't start with the F, so we're probably starting with yes, the R. Um, Actually, probably the R. Well, that's not a word, is it? Hmm. Um, okay, so it's given us a lot of the letters, but oh no, it can't be that because they're not in the right order. I was about to try and put freeze, but like that's definitely not going to work. Um, Serif. Oh, like a font. That's not a bad shout. Oh, fantastic. Well done, Chelsea. I don't think I'd have got there without the help. Thank you very much. That is a successful Wordle on my count, but the credit goes to Chelsea. Uh, so we'll move on to the New York Times pips. So this is a logic puzzle about placing dominoes in a grid. Um, the symbols, so the equals means that both dominoes in it have to show the same, or both parts of a domino that are in it will have to show the same value. Yeah, it was a good one. So I'm going to start by drawing the geometry. So the one thing that I know for sure is that they have to be aligned like that. The only thing we have three of is the zeros. So the zeros have to go here. I know that much for sure. Um, this has to be either threes or fives because we only have one connected to three and five. We only have the one three, which means it actually has to be five, which means we have to do it this way round. Oh, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, so all this sorts itself down quite nicely. We'll keep moving through the pips. Medium. Okay, again, we'll start with our geometry, which does not look as useful as I would have liked. Okay, so this shape here means that one of the dominoes is fully a red herring. It's not used in the rest of the logic at all. This will have to be a Like there's no 5-5 here, so it has to be 6-4 one way or another. I only have 1-6 or one domino with 6s on, so that'll have to either go here or here. It can't go this way because the 6 automatically makes it too big to be a 2. What 4s have I got? I've got no 0s, which means this has to... Okay. Yeah, because there's no 0s, the only way that this can be a 2 is if there is a 1 here and a 1 here. To get that, because we don't have a double 1, it has to be this shape. Actually, that last one can be either shape. So let's undo that one. But I get that. So that box is a little more free for all. Okay. So what have we got that adds up to 5 to go here? Got these two, which could be more useful up here. Okay. Right, so if I use this one here, it takes out the 1. So when I try and put a 1... Yeah, so that one, it definitely can't be that one because I need both of these ones to end up in here. So it has to be that. The orientation doesn't matter because it doesn't link with anything else. If I try... I'll show you this way around. If I try putting it that way, I then don't have the 1 left over to use it here. So that one has to go there. Okay. So from there, that gives us... so this 6, to get the rest of it, we need a 2, and we only have one of them left. That gives us a total of... Oh, that gives us a total of 9 here. That's... That means that that would have to go there. Because that has to go there. That leaves us with 5 here, so that has to be the 5, 3. So I've missed the 5s for being able to do that, so that assumption here was wrong. But I managed to work around it anyway, which is very lucky. So for this to still be a 10, it needs to be the double 3 because of the 4 at the top, which means the double 6 that I thought I was going to have to use is the red herring. Okay, so that was the medium. Let's try the hard. Okay, the geometry in of itself is already looking a little bit more difficult. But yeah, we did get drawn a very nice giraffe. Okay, so some of it... Okay, so that's the orientation of all the dominoes. Like with the... Thanks to the ones that are just hanging off the ends like this, it kind of tells us those bits. So now we will start looking at what we can use where. Right, so for this 6, we have a few candidates that can be used. Because we don't know what this is at all, we've got no logic to base it on. It's hard to solve that bit, but we know a 6 goes here. We don't have a double 1 for it to be the 6-1. We do have a 2-0 though. Do have a 3-0 as well for it to be the 6-0. Hi there, thanks for joining the stream. One of my favourite puzzles that I've found so far is Starstruck on the Netflix to Dumb series. I do kind of enjoy Pips, but I definitely struggle with the hard version, which is what I'm up to today. I kind of enjoy Sudoku. Once we're done with this New York Times puzzle, I'm actually going to be solving a few chess puzzles as well. Oh, thanks very much. Okay. Right, what else have we got for 4s to try and solve this? Okay. Or should we look at this 3? What have we got that's got 3 or more? So that we can see where we're going to get the equals. It's already looking like too much. Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to solve the equals without eliminating some stuff first. Because just looking for what with 3 or more like this, it has to have a there has to be a double as well for, so it can't be the 6s, because for it to fit here there has to be a double, so it's not the 6s, but it could be the 3s or the 4s. And there's only a double 5, so that can't be 5. That has to be 3 or 4. How do you make 16 with dominoes? When it's with 3, 6, 6, 4, or 6, 5, 5. Right, so those are the combinations I'm going to need there with, and do I have a 6-4? I do. I also have 5-5. I don't have a 6-5, so it's not that. So it has to be 6-6-4. I don't have the double 6, so 6-4 is going to have to go here. Doesn't matter which orientation, but there's the 6-4 taken care of, which means this is going to be 6 something to make a 6-2. Okay. Okay, so that's got us somewhere at least. What 6s have we got left? 6-1, 6 blank, and 6-2. If you use 6-2, I've got to use blank here, which leaves us with 6-1 and 6 blank. to deal with these. Oh, just spotted that this has to be 1 and 0 on 2 different dominoes for this bit here. Okay, so I still have plenty of 3s and 4s for this equals bit. But storing subcommittee, that's certainly an interesting bot name. Okay, so where was going with this? So there has to be a 1 and a 0 there. It can't be the actual 1 and 0. We've got a few different ones that could go in here. But it has to be 1 4 or 1 3 or 0 4 or 0 3. Yeah, I'm not keen on them. I need to the settings to try and start getting them kicked a little better. But like some of the names have been kind of interesting. Can't recall them off the top of my head, but my friend Nomlet was in the chat the other day, and that was a fantastic bot name. I can't remember what it was. I might have to scroll through the old footage, see if I can find it. Right, so I was looking for like 3 1, 3 0, 4 0, 4 1, just to try and see if I've got. So I've got 3 0 there. I don't have 4 0. Do I have 4 1? I do have 4 1. Yeah. Uh, okay, so what have I got the tie the 4s are connected to? Because that 4, yeah. Okay, so to make 10, I need either 5 5 or 6 4. If it's 6 4, I was going somewhere with that. Yeah, yeah, if it's 6 4, something to do with this shape. But with 5 5, we actually only have these 5s, so it's not going to be the 5 5. So it has to be 6 4. I don't have a direct 6 4. Oh, thanks very much. Like, I've liked having you here. I'll see you next time you're able to make it. I was going somewhere with this. So if that has to be a 4, you can use the 4 4 and then have a 6 something coming up here. Or, no, and we can't use 4 3. There's no other 4s, so yeah, it has to be, because we've already used the actual 6 4. Which means we kind of have an idea of where the rest of our 6s need to go. because no matter what, like so, there's three sixes left. One more. Is that it? Uh, I'll have to pester some of my mates just to get that last one. Um, so where was it going? So yeah, like six has to go there, which is one of them. Six has to go here, which is another, and then a six has to go here, which is another. So all sixes are somewhat spoken for, which is useful because that means that we know we can't use those dominoes elsewhere. So I know the 12, for example, isn't made up with a 6. I know. I had a few mates jumping on at the beginning, like for the first couple, which was really good, and now my partners, um, like Twitch community, like you've all been great helping out. I'm glad you think it's a nice chill stream. I enjoy solving puzzles, and yeah, why not do it with people about and have a laugh? Oh, I've just noticed the thing. If I end up using a 6 here to make this 16 rather than taking that 5, yeah, no, I've done it wrong. So you're gonna have to do it like that and then put another 6 in there. Yep, no, with you on that one, 100%. Oh, I may have made a bad assumption because that changes everything. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I am going to start making some wild assumptions with this game. Start running with it because I think some of it I may have made the wrong assumption. Especially with, I think that's 16 I've made a wrong assumption on with like the pairings. Like that part I know I'm right. This has to be the threes and fours because it's the only thing with enough with like the doubles and enough other pips to do it. Okay, so from there, right, 6 something to make 3. Let's just go nuts with it and see what happens. I want to start by just solving sixes. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that. That's better. I don't have a double 6, so that's... I need a 6, 5, which I don't have, so that'd have to go there to get 10, so 6 something, which leaves me needing a 1. Can be any of these. Not useful. Okay. But if I do that, then I only need a 4 here. It can be any of these and still leave me with the 3s to do this. And this is not going to add up to 12. Okay, so I reckon that should be like that, and then you got it. Mostly through taking a wild stab in the dark. Once I've made a couple of deductions, but you go enjoy that pint, mate. After a long day doing paperwork, it sounds like it is very deserved. Right, thanks for joining for what time you did. Yeah, but like that is the last Pips puzzle. I'm not gonna lie, I took a guess at some of it to start and then let the rest fall where it may. Um, but a win's a win, which is how I seem to be running it here. Okay, so after that, we're going to go on to another puzzle that I do struggle with quite a bit. So, if you've been here before, you know that I like to try the daily chess puzzle, but I'm not very good at it. Yeah, so there are chess puzzles where you've got to figure out the ideal moves that follow. With the daily puzzle, it's either a long-winded mate usually, or winning material. It never spells it out for you what it is that you're trying to achieve. So sometimes it takes me a bit to figure out what exactly it is that the game's expecting of me. So this is the daily puzzle. I enjoy chess. I play a little, not as much as I should. I think I've got to go there and pin the king, because from there, they have to move the king, leaves the bishop under threat, and yeah, no, this is mate, because now the rook is protected by the knight. That is. Hang on a sec. I have just messed up some of my trackers because I pressed the wrong one. Let's go over to the daily chess, and there we go. There we go. That was a solve. Like the last few, I've actually needed hints for to solve them. That was mate in two. I I wasn't sure if it was going to be like trying to hunt down material, but yeah, that wasn't too bad. And now we're going to solve some of the rest of the chess puzzles. So this is going to be a series of puzzles. I always try and get the minimum of getting the 3 daily solves for my account, and after that I'm going to keep on until I break my streak, either by not being able to solve it or by needing to solve it with a single hint. If I have to use more than one hint on these puzzles, I'm gonna consider it a failed puzzle. So let's get into these. When it loads, here we go. Okay, black to move, going trying to make a strong defense. I'm under check here, so I have to take. Yeah, I have to take the rook. The only move that defends my position is a queen sack. From there, I can take with the king. Yeah, that's not like that. That seems like white made very unnecessary sacrifices, pursuing checkmate for no reason. Big squids. Okay, so that's a good start. A more difficult one than I expected for like the standard puzzles. White playing for checkmate. I think we can use what's known as a forcing move. Like if I come in here, then the knight takes. No, okay, so sacrifice the queen and then go in with the rook. Yeah. And then you've got back row mate. And then number 3. Oh, 2. Got to add to the tracker as it went. Like to move again, looking for mate. Okay, so this is a like one move back rank because there is just nowhere for the king to run. Let's add that one. So there's the daily solver. I'm gonna keep on until we break the streak. I wouldn't say that like these puzzles are much of a show off. Like the one that like felt like the close to a show off was the very first puzzle, but also it only felt like it was showing off because the way that white was sacrificing material, it was leaving black like only one move to stay in the game. So actually the puzzle wasn't that hard, it just looked like it was. Right, black looking for mate. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to weave a net here. Um, okay, so the knight is already protecting these squares. It's being protected by this pawn. I think I can just move the rook here for mate because it can't be taken by anything of whites, and then the white king cannot escape anywhere because the rook will be in the way. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're doing quite well with the daily puzzles. Let's go on to the next one. Right, so black to play attacking the king. Okay, I'm gonna lose the streak on this one. I know it. Yeah, it's definitely a choice. Mm. But pineapple is the food of warriors. It's the only food I know of that actively eats you back. Okay, so one thing I can do is if I move the pawn forward one, I get discovered check. It's not discovered mate because then it can run behind here and then I've just got it locked behind a pawn with nothing I can do. So it's not that. If I bring the rook over first, then white can Ache and oh, okay, it's sacrifice. So if any of you that do like chess have ever watched anything like Gotham Chess, what we're gonna do is sacrifice the rook. No, but the thing is that that was my plan. I liked the idea of sacrifice the rook, the pawn takes, and then you move up one and you get discovered mate because you box them in. Like that would have worked. Let's just try discovered check then. Really? My tactic was better. I'm saying the chess game. I'm saying the game's wrong there. Like that is the break of the streak. I'm not going to add one to the solved for that. It took a second attempt. Oh, like don't make me time you out. I still think. Oh no, I still think the one that I had there was a better idea. Because like before we reset it, once we go there, no, there. I know I want to lose the rook because the moment white takes, you can then move the pawn forward, and there are no actual moves that white can make to yeah, they can move the knight to this square once your pawn's here to block this rook, but mate is coming no matter what. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to call it the chess puzzles. Unless anyone has any suggestions on another New York Times puzzle that they desperately want me to solve. Let me just go back to this one. So we've got a couple of choices. I've already done the Wordle. I'm not doing spelling bee. I have no idea what crossplay is. Connections is hard. I'm not sure I've played Strands, Letterbox, or Tiled. I can attempt the New York Times Sudoku, but they're usually harder than the Netflix ones. Let's not go into any of their archived games. Yeah. So unless someone desperately wants me to do one of the other New York Times games, I think that'll be it for the day. So if you are, there are the crosswords at the top as well. Yeah. Okay. I have to subscribe to do the crosswords. So you know what? I'll try the connections. It's very, very rare that I play connections. So the way that connections works is we have to create groups of four. So on the 4x4 grid, we have jungle gym, stand up, light bulb, broccoli, rabe, broccoli rabe, whatever that is, olive oil, wheel, open mic, Mary, brain stew, mocktail, printing press, honest, moral, sliced bread, decent, Virgo. And I'm glad you're enjoying it. From this grid of 16, we have to break them down into four categories. I think I've got one. So we'd end up with sliced bread, printing press, wheel, and light. They are all like very prominent inventions. Yeah, yeah. Reinventing the wheel. Um, like there's a light bulb above me right now. The printing press is what led to the Enlightenment age, or helped with at least. And everyone knows the phrase, or at least here in Britain, best thing since sliced bread. Um, don't know why, but I think that. Oh, no, there we go. Stand up and open mic are in the same one. I have no idea what. Um, you know what? Rather than trying to solve it like Ranksk, who's a fantastic puzzle content creator. Don't know if he streams, but he definitely releases videos of him solving puzzles. Some of the ones that I do, but like he does them a lot better than me. He will also go through and just mark them all and then try and solve it all in one go. I am not as brave as him. Okay, so I was right with that. So from here, we're going to try figure out the rest. Are all of these cocktail types? No. So one's wrong. Gotta figure out which one. Nope. Okay, so process of elimination, those are all right. Um, what else have we got? Honest, no. All right, honest, right. No, got it. Honest, no, different category. These are all markers of being a good person. Yeah. Okay. Hi there. Thanks for joining. I've got some bad news for you. This is the last puzzle of the day. Like, really appreciate you joining. You've just timed it really badly. I'm sorry. Um, like, this is like a second bonus game I'm doing for the stream. I've already worked through what I'd usually do daily. I know. So, like, this stream has actually ran a bit longer than I'd usually do. Only by about 10 minutes or so. Oh, thanks very much. I'm glad you joined at all. Hopefully I'll be streaming like tomorrow as well. But also, if you do want to catch up on any of the episodes, just to watch me bumble through some of these daily puzzles, there are links to the YouTube in the like profile details somewhere. They all get uploaded like a day later, so you can catch up with previous episodes. Um, oh, okay. So the puzzles that I always do are the New York Times Wordle, and I always work through attempt all three difficulties of the New York Times Pips puzzles. I also do Netflix Starstruck and also work through the Netflix Sudokus, all three difficulties. Um, when pressed to, I occasionally do some of the bonus games from Netflix, and today I'm doing this bonus game from New York Times as well. And once I've done all my normal dailies, I also tend to jump on chess.com and solve some chess based puzzles as well. Um, but yeah, if you give me a follow, you'll be able to get alerts when I do start streaming so you don't miss it next time. Like this, connections is not one that I usually do. Got nothing against it. It's a very good puzzle. I just struggle with it, so I don't. It's very, very rare that I play it. Um, oh, that's really appreciated. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're on to like the last two categories of the connections. Um, like, and just for giving the follow after this, I might do another New York Times puzzle. Um, oh no! Oh no! Okay, so I don't know what these are going to be. I don't blame you at all. Um, where did you leave? I think you left during the pips, didn't you? I did some chess puzzles after that, and I've been persuaded to do the connections on New York Times, and I might potentially do one more puzzle after this because we just had someone join right at the end during this bonus puzzle. But I'm struggling to solve the connections. It's not a puzzle I often do. So a combination I've already tried was this. So it's definitely not that. Then yeah, I think you left during during the last pips. Uh, so yeah, I did some chess puzzles after that. Oh no, no, it's okay. Like I just feel bad that you've joined literally as I was doing like a bonus puzzle. Like I had a very late lunch, so like it's not like I need to run off. I'm just not used to the stream running quite this long. Um, so I know it's not Mary, and I know it's not Mocktail. So let's just try one away again. So I've tried all of them, so it's not going to be that, is it? It is. Ending in nickname homophone. Oh, of course. Stu, right? I don't know that one. Jim and Mike. Yeah, it's stayed like nice and busy throughout. It's not got like the chat hasn't been like so hectic that I've been distracted and just chatting to you guys and forgetting that I'm meant to be solving puzzles. Um, but yeah, so there's the connections. You can see why I don't often play that one. Um, okay, where should I go for like the last bonus puzzle? So we've got crossplate, strands, letterbox, tiles, and if I have a look at which one was it? It was on the Sudoku page. tiles. Yeah, I was also given the option of some of the Netflix ones, if you haven't seen them yet. Um, yeah, I can maybe do the crossover and the key smash because they're not long puzzles, so you get some more word puzzles. Well, I try not to play too many New York Times ones. There's only so much of a hammering my brain can take of trying to play things that make me feel stupid. Because I will look at like connections, so, like I've played it before where I've just never got it and it's been a fail entirely. So we'll play something. Yeah, like so. These are on Netflix. If you've not seen their puzzles, this is an interesting one. It doesn't just have words; it also has emojis that can be used to as part of words. So, like apple could be used to make a full word of apple pie. Um, so yeah, let's have a look. Rolling Rock. Uh, Cinematic universe that has included that's Marvel. No, that's wouldn't have fit otherwise, right? Marvel, which means Rolling Rock. I'll figure that out later. Out of the Trap. I'm gonna pay for this one. No, okay. Uh, I didn't even know that Thor had a weapon before Mjolnir in Norse mythology. Kind of wish my mate Sam was joining the stream. Like he's been reading up on some of that, I think. So he'd be screaming it down, like screaming it at the screen for me. Ah, now this one, I know. Anvil. Haha. It's not Horn. Um, can't be. It starts with MA. Like thanks to the emoji. Cinematic universe with. Oh, it's the X-Men. You've got one wrong, so it's mean to you. No, that's not quite how it works. Um, what's my Jetsam in the little advancement on the football field or in the gym? Table Mail, maybe some of your pub friends would know that one. Oh, wait, I've just figured out what the Rolling Rock is. It's Magma. No, it starts with M-A. It's Magma. Westview Mall. But you can stop. I've solved it. Is it Eagle? Which gives us that. Okay, so got the crossover now. Um, so the big thing that sets this aside from a normal like letter swap fill in like to solve crossword puzzles is that it has emojis that can have like additional letters, like fill in like a lot more space than just a single letter tile. Key smash, um, just add vowels. Okay. Uh, let's see. Collect compulsively. This is Horde. Something of joy. Bundle. Oh, you lucky man. I do enjoy a good tequila. Have an extra one for me. Um, Carpet's height. Um, I don't know that one. Right, this is boatload. Help if I. Oh no, it's my keyboard doing the thing again. No. Boatload. This is. I've never really tried chili. Gold is fine. I prefer white. And if you ever put rosé tequila in front of me, I will not be happy with you. Okay, so it is trying to tell me what letters are available for the last one. I no, you shouldn't. Like it's not good. I like a nice white tequila. Like a good cheap one or cheapish one that is served at a place fairly local to me. Oh, I can't stand sambuca. No, no. Like carpet's height. I don't know this one. Uh, it's not like oh yeah no no. It's not ply like toilet paper, is it? No, it's not. Um, no, because Y would be. I'm gonna need a hint for this one. I don't actually know it. That's not helpful. Does anyone actually know the answer to this? Like a word for a carpet's height? So the way this works is you just need to be able to insert the vowels. Like it will contain the letters PLE in that order, but not necessarily. But there may be other letters in between. So, for example, with like boatload, it only gave us those letters. Um, yeah, someone joined late as I was doing the connections bonus. So I thought the least I could do when they gave me a follow was stay and do an extra puzzle or two for them. This one will be the last one because this last clue is making me feel a little stupid. Uh, yeah, it was. That you actually pushed me to the 25, which is why I wanted to stay and do some bonus puzzles for you. Yeah, 25 followers is a benchmark for Twitch, and you are my 25th follower. So today's stream got bonus puzzles thanks to you joining. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, no, like thank you. But also like I have no idea what the answer to this one is. Um, does anyone know another word for a carpet's height? Apparently, all PLE is missing is vowels. Um, oh, wait, no, I think I do have it. Pile. I'll hold you to that. Because not only do I have a hard time turning down a drink, I have a very hard time turning down a free one. But yeah, there's Pile, and that was on Key Smash, which is from the Netflix Daily Puzzles. Ah, yeah, that's a train ride away. Hell, I could get a daily ticket to go and visit an old client, shoot the breeze for a while, and then carry on up the line just to go bother you for the tequila. I think I've travelled further for one free drink before now. Yeah, we're coming up to 7:30 in the evening, local time for me. I maybe I can bring my other partner's Russian friend along, just see how many nationalities we can get like mashed into one place, like French, British, Mexican from the tequila. Oh no, no! Tell them to get real tequila. Tell them to get real tequila. But yeah, I do think that's where we're going to call it because it's a little after 7:30 local time for me. And the stream has ran for about half hour longer than it usually would. Uh, so yeah, thanks very much to everyone who joined me for Puzzled Pilgrim episode 4. I have been Dismas the Pilgrim, and you have all been a pleasure. Goodbye.